Hi, everyone. Welcome to this week's Wednesday webinar. Today's topic will be focusing on a sort of spring cleaning. So basically when the selling season is done, what are some of the few things that you can do to update your portal in the sense of getting ready for the next selling season or just basically cleaning up house. So some of the things we'll be talking about are how to archive products, how to deactivate older line sheets, how to re-merchandise the product gallery, and as well as adding banners to last call items. So starting off here, we'll start off with how to archive products. So there are actually a couple of ways to accomplish this. I'll first go over how to do it manually. So if you navigate towards the menu here, go to admin. And once you select admin, you will go ahead and select product gallery. And then within the product gallery, you should be able to go to the edit tab. And from here, you can use a search here to select particular styles, or also use the filters here if you want to filter particular seasons. So here you can select different seasons. So let's start off with this. So basically just pick your product, click on the pencil icon, and simply just go all the way to the bottom of the pop-up and where it says archive product, and just go ahead and click that. And then the pop-up will show up. Just confirm to archive the product, click yes. So for this purpose, we'll just say no, but if you want to archive, just click yes here. So that is the manual way to archive products. Now, usually that is a little bit tedious and usually meant if you have only certain items that you want to archive. So another way that we can actually archive products is if we go back into the admin section. There is a bulk way to perform this. So we would go to product data. And from product data, we'll scroll all the way down. So till you see 4 options here to download your data. So basically, in order to archive products, you want to select the data without archive products. So for this exercise, we'll go ahead and use the download your data without archive products in the vertical format. So we'll click on that and then go ahead and open that up. Let me navigate to the new screen. All right, so once we're in the product data, all you would have to do is basically search up what you want to archive. So let's say, for a particular season, we'd want to archive these products. So we can go ahead and use this filter. So basically select whatever particular fields you want to archive. So let's go ahead and select this for this purposes. And then within this column F, you will see the archived as a column header. So all you would have to do is change that N to a Y. And then once that's done, you can go ahead and autofill the rest of it. And then once that's done, we should also make sure that we scroll all the way to the right for UPCs, and making sure that our UPCs are not in scientific notation. So usually if they are in scientific notation, you would want to go ahead and select number. And once they're numbers, you click on decrease the number of decimal places so that there are no more decimal places. And once we've completed that, go ahead and just save that. And once you save it, click continue. And then let's go ahead and navigate to, let's minimize this. And then we'll go back to Google Chrome. It's green. So we're back here. And all you would have to do is find the file that we manipulated and simply drag and drop it back into the portal. And making sure that we adhere to the specifications again. So just making sure that you follow all of these. As you can see here, we were successful. It's been updated. So that is also one way to archive products in a bulk fashion. And a third option would be to go back into product data. So this is if you currently have only one season uploaded and you want to go ahead and archive all of those products for that particular season and upload new products for the next coming season. So all you would have to do is scroll all the way down and you will see this section called Archive All. So what this does is basically archives all products that are currently within your product data without you having to download and re-upload. So once you click on that, it'll prompt you to confirm if you want to archive all active products. All you would have to do is click yes, and it would be completed. All right. And also one other feature with the 4.0 in terms of downloading the product data so that it's a little bit more constrained is if you actually go into the products tab. And let's say you want to archive a particular season. So let's choose autumn 2016 again. We would click on a product on the square to activate that. Let's click on select all that meets search and filter criteria. And once that's selected, we'll go all the way towards the action side of the ribbon and then click on export. Let's do XLS and click export and then download. So what this does is download your product data according to the specified criteria that we filtered out. So once we open that, let me open up this new product data. So once that's ready, you would see this. And basically what all this is basically just everything that you selected within that product, within the product gallery. So this is a bit easier in terms of selecting. So you don't really have to filter on the product data level. So this is also one way to retrieve your product data and do the archiving as well. So click Y and then just autofill. And again, just making sure that your UPCs are not in scientific notation. And then just, it's a matter of going back to the admin section. So let me go back to the admin section. And then once you're in the admin section, or once you're back into the portal, go to the admin section, and then just go ahead and re-upload that product data. All right, so moving on to our next topic, how to deactivate our line sheets. So basically, we set up line sheets for current seasons and, with the products that we want. So in any case that we want to deactivate instead of deleting those, so basically just saving those line sheets for different use, or maybe we want to reuse those line sheets, but not currently, we would go ahead and navigate to the menu section. And once in the menu section, just go ahead and scroll all the way down and select line sheets. And this is a fairly simple method. All you would have to do is simply go into your line sheets. So pick one active line sheet. So let's start with this one. And you would scroll all the way down to the bottom right of the screen. And you should see something that says View Line Sheet Settings in teal. So from there, once you click that, more options does pop up. One of which is this toggle button, which has active next to it. So when it's teal, it means it's currently on. So to basically turn it off or deactivate it, you would just go ahead and click that. So now it is currently deactivated. So go ahead and, so everything here automatically saves. So all you would have to do is just refresh. And once you refresh, we can go back to line sheets by clicking on the line sheets in this section. And you can see that what was previously active is now inactive after we selected that or turned off that active toggle. So that is one way to deactivate. Also, in any case that you want to delete a line sheet, go ahead and click back into that particular line sheet and navigate towards this three-dot icon next to the download button. And when you click on that, you can go ahead and just select delete if you would like to delete that price sheet. All right. Now for our next topic, how to re-merchandise the product gallery. So again, this is very similar to how to archive products. So to re-merchandise, one method that we currently have with the new 4.0 is if you go back into the browse all products and you navigate all the way towards the right, towards this drop-down menu where it currently says merchandised, or for some others, it might say recently added. And then once you click on that, we do have a few more options now that we can merchandise our products. So here you can see it's very self-explanatory. So we can re-merchandise by name alphabetically from A to Z, or in reverse order, Z to A. We can also do it similar to style number A to Z or style number Z to A. And then we still have our old options, which are merchandised and recently added. So the second way that we can re-merchandise data is a more manual. And if you're more intuitive with your product data and there's not much merchandising that you would have to do, just go ahead and click on that menu button on the top left. Select admin. And once you're within admin, we would go ahead and navigate towards product gallery again. So select product gallery. And we should already be defaulted to the merchandise tab. And so once you're in the merchandise tab, you can do the same thing. We can select by seasons to re-merchandise or review all. And we can also search by products if you'd like. So from here, all you simply would have to do is drag and drop. So go ahead and move the products in however sort of fashion you would like to see them. So from here, this is very manual. This is if, usually if you don't have many things that you would need to merchandise. But in any case that you do have to merchandise or re-merchandise in a very specific fashion in bulk, we would go back into the admin section. So let's go back. And then within the admin section, we would go ahead and go to product data again. And once we're in the product data, scroll all the way down and let's make sure that we download our data again. So for this purpose, we will download our data without archive products in vertical format, once again in CSV. So once we click on that, let's open up that file. So let me navigate towards that new Microsoft Excel. So within the Microsoft Excel, you would see basically all your product data. And what you want to do is whatever sort of way you want to sort this, we can go ahead and highlight this first column here. And once we highlight that first column, let's navigate towards the ribbon where you would see this icon with the A to Z with the arrow next to it, which is your sort. So we actually don't want to click on that, but on the smaller arrow icon right next to it. And once we click on that, we can go ahead and do a custom sort. So it will prompt us if we want to expand the selection or continue with that current selection. Let's go ahead and expand that selection. And from here, we have pretty much a good amount of flexibility in terms of what we would like to sort the data by. So for this purpose, we can go ahead and let us sort by the season. So we can sort the season from A to Z, Z to A. We can also create custom lists within Microsoft Excel according to however you would like to do it. So for this purpose, we'll just stick to the A to Z. And then we can go one level more by clicking on the plus. So after it sorts by season, we can select another one and let us sort by style number. And we will choose A to Z again for this. So once your fields are selected, go ahead and click OK. And once there, you can see that everything has changed. So autumn 2016 is first, this inventory is first. And once that's completed, to complete the sort so that it is sorted the way it is in product data inside the product gallery, go ahead and hover over this sort column, which is column B. And you would replace this first or this second cell actually with the number 1. And then from there, all you would have to do is either double click this square here, or you can go ahead and drag it down. Preferably you would want to just click it down. So once you click it down, you would see this icon that pops up which says autofill options. So what you can do is, since it says all ones, in order to get it into a sequence, it should just be fill series. Actually, let me select this again. And let's do fill series. So here you can see that it says 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and so on. So this is currently the order that it will be sorted in when uploaded into the product data, and it should reflect the same way within the portal inside the product gallery. So before we re-upload this, or before we save this, let's go ahead and not forget to check the UPCs once again. So to check the UPCs, making sure that they're non-scientific notation, go ahead and highlight that column, click number, and then let's remove those 2 decimals. And once that's completed, let's go ahead and save this file. Click continue. So once that file is saved, let's navigate back to the portal. And once there, all you have to do is simply drag and drop your file back in. Again, also reiterating that we should follow all of these rules in order to upload so that we have a successful upload. So here we can see that it did upload successfully. So now let's go ahead and check back into the product gallery to see if it did work. And yes, you can see that, remember that inventory was selected first and ATS future. So here you can see that this is how you merchandise in a bulk manner. And now for the very last part of this Wednesday webinar would be how to add banners to last call items. So for any items that you particularly use or are calling your last call items for that particular season, to manage this, all you would have to do is go to admin. And once we're in admin, go ahead and navigate towards product banners. So what we have here we have a couple of banners already made. So here we can also toggle on and off sold out banners. So once we toggle this on and off, whatever product has 0 inventory, if you have uploaded inventory data within your portal, those products would have that sold out banner but still be displayed. So to create a custom banner, it's very simple. All you would have to do is click on add new banner and then navigate to that new line and basically just add whatever banner text you would like. So we will call this last call. Here you can select the color. As of right now, we only support teal, gray, and black. Let's go ahead and select black for this purpose. And then we will click save. All right. So once we have clicked saved, we would have to go back into the product data and update those changes. So let's go ahead and do it the more specified way here. So we can actually just click on this. Let's just do the first 3 items here. So we'll start with these 3 items. We would go ahead and export these 3 items as an XLS in vertical format and click export. So then that we only use or only pull these 3 products in the product data. So again, this is just a better way in terms of if you already know what you want to upload, and it also gives less chances of making any mistakes if you were to pull everything instead. So once we have the product data of what we just pulled from the product gallery, we will see that all of the things that were pulled were just the ones that we selected. So from here, we would go towards banners, which is in column L, and we will just update that just to say what we had initially put, which was last call. So let's do that for all products that we selected. So once we have that filled out, again, making sure that the UPCs are not in scientific notation. So since we went over it twice already, I'm pretty sure you're fairly familiar with it. So let's go ahead and save that. Once we have saved that, click continue. And then let's navigate back towards the portal. So once we're back into the portal, click on menu, go to admin section. And once there, let's navigate back to product data. And once here again, all you would have to do to update that is to simply drag and drop your file once again here, adhering to all these rules. And we can see that, they have been updated. So to check, let's go back to browse all products. And we should see it. So as you can see here, the product banner is showing now. It takes a little bit of time and a couple of refreshes, so just have some patience. And as you can see here, the 3 items that we did update with the last call banner are now showing.